Okay. We are calling the meeting to order at 6:30. Okay, we don't have any citizens here to make any comments, so we will go on to the agenda items. C1, consider the minutes for October 16th meeting and take appropriate action.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as is.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, it carries. Okay, the next is C2, discuss the Bird City program. Okay,
What question?
Bird City program. So I've got some questions about this one.
yeah,
So, and forgive me because I'm very ignorant about this. What is a Bird City program and how would Palmer Branch benefit from being part of a Bird City program? And are there other cities around us that have done it and how did they benefit from being part of the program?
this is all new to me. I saw it on the Texas Parks and Wildlife show that PBS runs, and they mentioned it, and so I looked it up, and Dallas is a bird city.
Okay.
There's only like 5 in the state, but beyond that, I didn't know anything, and so this is the information is new to me that's in the packet. So, yes,
I would say, Robert wanted to put this in the packet for you all, just to kind of have a overlook, high level overview of the, project, just for you to get you to understand, what is being proposed at the time. It's just for right now that there's an application packet in there as well too, to kind of go over the listing of what is going to be required if we do decide to apply for a Bird City. But today would be the first, like, an introduction of what the Bird City program would be like, and give us time to research to see if that's something that we as a committee would like to move forward with. Also, too, some items on the Bird City sanctuary that you might want to keep in mind is that maybe partnering with the sustainability committee, if that comes up as well too, to partner with on moving forward with this application after research is done for the next meeting. And then probably in January, if there's a resident that is very familiar with the Bird City designation, that they may have the opportunity in January to present to you all about what the Bird City designation is. But today was just more so to introduce it to you and give you all time to research it and see if it's something at the next meeting, that it is something that you probably want to move forward with and getting this designation of Bird City designation as well too.
Yeah, and forgive me, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I'm not really so sure that we want to make this designation. I'd want to learn more about it. Like, really, the question is, I swear I'm not trying to be difficult, but how would Farmers Branch benefit from this designation? Because, I mean, it sounds good on the first blush, and I wasn't clear what you said. You said there is someone who's going to come talk to us in January from the city who knows about it?
If that was something you would like to do, potentially they can come, and that's the feedback I could take today to make sure that in January we have someone that is a supporter of this Bird City designation to come and talk about the program and give a little bit more insight about it. Today was just to kind of look at the application that was submitted in the packet, just to be sure that that is something that we think we all want to do, because there is a process in the Bird City that you have to have some criteria that you have to meet in order to become a bird sanctuary. But at this time right now, not knowing exactly what the benefits are of the Bird City, and also that doing a little bit more research as well too. But today would be an introduction just to say, maybe get you all rolling to think if this is something that could potentially we want to do, and also be able to start a dialogue at the next meeting.
Well, it'd be good because of the bird sanctuary that we have today across from the historic gardens. You know, it would be an offshoot of that. I think that's good.
It would also be good for us to figure out if they're the benefit or something, and research it and figure it out.
Yeah,
If we
well,
all think it is good.
it is the application and all the things you have to go through. If y'all read it, it looks pretty intense. So it's not going to be for the faint-hearted.
Yep.
For sure. But if we do have someone that's a resident that is really into it and wants to talk to us about it, I think we should at least hear them out.
I mean, you bring up a very important point, which that was my impression too, when I read through it. This is not just, I mean, this is a very detailed, involved process. And then my other question was, who would actually, and it would require a lot of work to do it. And my question was, would it be one of us that would do it? Would it be somebody that's employed by the city? It just wouldn't.
This application that we got, when I read it this week with the minutes or the agenda, that's the first thing I've been able to, beyond the part about, the cities. When you Google it, you know, there's only, you're not getting a ton of information. So that's why,
Yeah, and this is very preliminary right now today, and it was for this, on the agenda was just to kind of, see if you all would like us to proceed to get more information to bring back to the next meeting.
Well, here's another question. You said Dallas is Burke City. Is there someone we could contact at the city of Dallas that actually knows about this program and could actually share with us, hey, we did it, and this is how Dallas really did benefit from having this designation? Just, or, you know, or to me, a perfect role would be another suburb like Carrollton, or, you know, if another suburb had done it as well, you know, we learned from them, like why they did it, how they think they benefited from it, and, you know, what was their lessons learned, if you will. Would be, so once again, I'm heavy on the side of, sounds like a great idea, but would love more information.
That's the point of today, is more information. This is our first time, all of us, looking at this. So we're trying to figure out if we want to keep getting information. We're not saying we're doing this today.
No, I understand that. So, but once again, some of the things I like to know is like, let's get a hold of somebody in Dallas that's done it. If somebody in Dallas is probably their job, or at least part of their job is,
well, it
Take
could have been,
purpose.
it could have been a citizen who took
exactly.
the bull by the horns. We don't
Yeah.
know. And
And I
so,
think that's some of the, items that we probably need to work out in the next meeting to see if the resident wants to be the person to help support to move it forward. And also, would we want to collaborate with the sustainability committee as well? That's something to kind of think about. And then also too, if we do proceed with it, we have to understand that we have to sustain it as well too. So that's something that we keep in mind as well, when looking at this. But, I think I hear what you're saying about, reaching out, maybe seeing up another city, maybe doing a case study to see if somebody, how the other cities have processed the application and how they have sustained it through the process as well. And that's something that I can look into. So,
On reading it, I think it would be good for us to at least look into, because these are all the things that I saw promoted about Farmers Branch when I decided to move here. So if we're not doing these things and we're claiming it online anyway, I think this is something valid to look into. Second, from everything I read in here, sustainability should be a partner, because a lot of these things I found on their website before moving here.
Adrian,
So-
do you need a motion
uh,
further investigate?
I think we can just put it on the agenda
Okay.
for January. And Tara, you're gonna,
and then also too, possibly having the resident, come to the meeting and talk about the Bird City, designation process, or how they can be a part of it as well too.
yes, that would be great.
Hmm.
Okay, so I don't think we need, I'm just gonna put it on the agenda and plan to go from there. Okay, the next thing is C3, receive the recreation vision update.
You guys all got in your packets a sheet that has kind of an overview of programs and events happening through November through December. For the Recreation and Aquatics divisions, we have Letters to Santa, November 10th through December 8th, Fall Holiday Craze, November 24th through the 28th. Feliz Navidad is going to be December 5th. Santa Makes House Calls will begin December 8th through December 24th. Pancakes and Pajamas is going to be December 13th. And then our Winter Holiday Craze is December 22nd through January 5th. And those times are listed on your sheets. The Aquatic Center, we have Santa on the Move, that is being put on by the Aquatic Center staff in Ashley, Munoz. That is going to be December 7th. We have changed the ending location from Hoya. We will now be ending at Mustang Station. Those businesses, as you guys know, with the construction going on Valley View, they they need any support that they can get. And so kind of what we're going to do is we spearheaded Saturday, we are going to set up a Santa station where families can come all day long, park at Mustang Station, take free photos with Santa, sponsored by the City of Farmers Branch. And then we will also partner with Starwood, and we will have Starwood giving, we will pay Starwood to give out 100 hot cocos to any families who wish to grab a nice, refreshing, warm drink. And then the Dallas Stars, if they have availability, they might bring something out from the Stars Center complex, like a little inflatable or something for the kids. And we invited them to come and be in that little Mustang Station area as well. It's easy for us to go to the City Hall parking lot or to the Dallas Stars parking lot, but the whole purpose is to get more people to the Mustang Station area. So that will be Saturday. And then Sunday, typically, when Santa on the Move ends, he goes through the city, through the different neighborhoods and streets, and then he'll end at a park for about 30, 45 minutes. And so instead of, like I said, instead of ending that at Hoya, he'll just end at Mustang Station. And
Does
then,
that mean he won't end up at Hoya at all?
correct, he will not end up at Hoya. Yes. Replastering closure is December 8th through January 19th. And then our community events team is planning their Gateway to the Globe with the subcommittee. And those meetings will be held on November 6th, December 4th, and then continuing through the spring for Gateway to the Globe. They also have their holiday decor lighting that you guys have seen them start to put out that will light up December 26th. The contractor has already placed the big Christmas tree that we normally do the Christmas tree lighting. We used to do it out at the Grove. And then last year it went to the historical park. And then we decided to move it to a place where it can be lit and seen and people can go up and take a picture with it all the time and not just when the historical park is open. So we've moved that to Gussie in front of the amphitheater next to City Hall. It's beautiful there. And then the events team put 3 different kind of photo opportunities, outdoor weather, kind of like what is it like? There's like a little reindeer that a little kid can sit and take a picture. There's like a little box of presents that a child or anyone can sit and take a picture. And then there's some polar bears, I believe that some photo opportunities that's also there. And then we have our Christmas Carnival on December 6th. Branch Connection, yesterday they just had their holiday lunch for their members. Robert was able to attend and he said it was an amazing turnout, of course. Everyone loves the Branch Connection, everything they have to offer. And then their next one for December will be December 17th. I also included some, it's good to see good feedback that we have. And so I included some feedback from our Listen 360 reviews, of course, getting 10 out of 10s, complimenting the staff, instructors, well-maintained facilities, adult aquatic classes. Someone here says that they attend adult aquatic classes, that the time schedules fit their season of their life. Someone was complimenting the Halloween decorations, great job. Complimenting staff, East San Diego are the best friend associates of all time. Farmers Branch Rec is the best. And so I kind of wanted to end it with some good feedback that we get from our community members here at the Recreation Aquatics Complex. And then lastly, we still have 3 positions. If anyone here wants to volunteer, if you know someone that wants to volunteer, you can have them reach out to Jocelyn and I. We can get, if it's y'all, we don't need background checks or anything because the city manager's office has already done that. But if you have a neighbor or someone in the community that you have heard that wants to volunteer at an event, we are taking volunteers for our events. And so just send them my way so I can get them processed.
You're talking about for December 6th?
For December 6th for Christmas Carnival and then for Pancakes and Pajamas. So Christmas Carnival, I still have a 5 to 7 p.m., a 7 to 9 p.m. And then for Pancakes and Pajamas, which is on the 13th, it's from 9 to 11 a.m.
We'll do the 5 to 7.
5 to 7, okay. What time?
Either, whenever. So,
Like 5 to 7? And And then, of course, we'll send you guys an email with all the other information.
So what do you have open?
Santa line, 7 to 9.
Okay.
But we've actually had quite a few residents reach out saying that they want to volunteer at Christmas, which we've never had before. So that's why we're kind of just opening it up. Another thing that, I have Ashley and the team working on, which we're almost there. I think I mentioned it last time is, we've year round, we have a lot of people call and say, are you guys doing community service? Are you doing community service? And these are young teenagers. These are high school kids. These aren't people trying to do like, state general community service or anything like that. Just high school kids trying to get, college applications with community service hours. And so, the senior center, they're a great example and they have such a great model of what you can do as far as programming and events for that facility with volunteers, right? Because when you talk about, when you want to add more programs and events, you have the overhead of staff. And so when you have volunteers, you're able to do more things. And so Ashley and the team's been working with risk management to get a teen volunteer waiver. So that way we can have teens year round, not just during the summer with our teen leadership program, but, and we would probably call it a little bit differently. And as long as it's a program, so even if they paid $5 for the 9 months during the school, they can still participate at all the different city events, city programs, holiday craze, anything like that. So that's something that we want to start here at the Recreation Center. And again, try and follow the model that the Branch Connection team has for all of their volunteers and have like a clock in with their volunteer hours. So we can mention that at our next year in review for the city council.
What volunteering do you need for pancakes and pajamas?
For pancakes and pajamas, we have a picture taker, which is with our camera.
Mhm.
And then we also have someone that will check in, like the people that are pre-registered for pancakes and pajamas, just check them in.
I can do either one.
Okay.
I can be there.
Nice, thank you. So you know,
What time do you need me there?
I would say 8:45. Please.
Morning.
Yes.
You're a morning person?
My dog has me up walking at like 5:30, so I'll be okay.
Okay, well, thank you all.
What was the other event besides pancakes?
Pancakes and pajamas and then Christmas carnival.
Okay, so it's just the two.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Moving right along, C4, Parks Division update.
Okay, so that update would be pertaining to the Rose Garden update. That was from last meeting that we're carrying it over to this meeting, just to provide you an update of what staff has been able to do thus far. So staff is actively trying to work to connect with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension for guidance and options on the rosette in there, and also exploring different options that could potentially be hibiscus or a pollinator garden, like in that area of the roses, but we're still doing our due diligence to see what's the best opportunity to rid the roses of the rose rosette. And also too, we have learned that the Texas Rose Garden provides materials and potential alternatives to remove the roses and replace them with such a non-rose plant material as well too. So we still are actively looking to get a permanent solution to understand how we can benefit that area. But that's where we are right now with the Rose Garden, but we are actively researching information and talking to different professionals to understand and try to get rid of the rosette.
Anybody have any questions?
I have a question on something, another project. If, and that's on the Oak Brook meetings. We have our annual HOA meeting. I normally get asked about the medians. Is there any update?
Yeah, I have a bunch of updates for you all, and that's included in there as well too, in the project.
The next agenda item.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it wasn't because Mark is not here, and then I just did like that part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since we're wanting to know about that, we'll march on to C5 to get a departmental
I got it.
project update.
There,
There.
a little sucker sitting right there.
Okay,
And I'm sorry the screen is not working over this way, but I have different items on the screen up here, and I'm sorry, it's being you all, if you want to see any of the project updates. But our first project that we update is gonna be on Squire Park, which is the revitalization of the Newbury Park. On November 4th, council did approve a resolution for design services, and today we had our first kickoff meeting, for the design, for us to move that forward. And also to timeline when I think in January, that item, the concept plan should be coming to you all to take a look at as well, of the Squire Park new envisioned design. And also too, one of the other great items that happened is that 300,000 additional funding was added to Squire Park as well.
How much money?
300,000.
Is that from private donors or where did that?
No, that's from the balance that they had, surplus balance that the city had. And so they, divided up between different, projects that the city has.
So that's fantastic. It's $300,000 and what was that's the amount was added to, what was the amount before the 300,000?
The amount before was 1,050,000, it's 1 million was the previous amount.
Well, now, that money that they're dividing up, did that include the animal shelter? Because I know that's in progress and that's gonna be an overrun project as well.
Don't recall the animal shelter,
Because that deserves some money.
We only know about the Parks and Recreation allocation.
I didn't see it on the 2.3 million list.
Yeah, it's true. The can's been kicked down the road. Okay.
and so you'll probably see the property being surveyed underway as well as Fire Park. Dutch Village, playground, right now it's going up. I have the pictures of some of the playground already installed. There in December, we should be seeing the canopy installed as well over the playground. And if you want to mark your calendars as well for February 16th, that's on a Monday, we should be having like a ribbon cutting ceremony, for opening up the Dutch Village Park as well.
Do you know what time that'll be?
Not yet,
Okay.
yeah, but we will make sure that we email you to let you know or bring it back to you all in January. So that you have that marked on your calendar.
That's a Monday, that's President's Day. Excellent.
Yeah, and there's also a new swing set that was installed as well in there where you can see to the back as well. And so a new pavilion as well too, that's in that playground. And so there should be some more amenities that will be added as well. And so probably have more pictures in January. Mercer Park is still going along. The topography survey has been completed. We should be seeing some preliminary site plan options coming up in the future, but also too, that park did receive an additional 1 million funding, funding, as well too, on the November 4th meeting that city council, and that's from the surplus that they had of the budget.
So that's fantastic news. Same question. They got an additional 1 million. What was the amount before the 1 million was given?
1,055,000.
Okay. That's fantastic.
That's a significant
Yeah.
amount.
You have to remember there are two portions of this park, so what was approved, in August was the north portion. So now with the 1 million additional funding, we'll be able to look at the south portion as well too.
Which could help make things cheaper if it can all be done similar timeline.
Yep.
Okay, Oak Brook median. So right now, hardscape has been installed. I don't know if you've seen that out when you've been passing by, but they have installed it on the east side and the west side median. So median 4 and median 1 have pavers in it. Irrigation has been installed to start getting plantings installed as well. And also to Encore, we were just out there with Encore looking at positioning the lighting within the medians as well too. So it's moving along. So I'm thinking we should be able to have something probably by January, maybe earlier than that, but, having them completed.
So a January timeline, yeah.
I'm looking at that. I mean, give it more or less on there. But irrigation's in, then next will be, making sure that the lighting's in the right place and then installing the, vegetation and plant materials in there.
Yeah, you
So-
got weather to deal with. That's- Yes,
I know I'm Corey, so it's gonna.
So when you say vegetation will be installed, so, because I know there's controversy about the fact that the trees were taken out, so can you elaborate a little more about what kind of vegetation is gonna go in?
Yeah, so there will be, they call them miniature crepe myrtles will go in there, other types of crepe myrtles, some more, I'm sorry, they're not ornamental trees, but I'm trying to remember the name of what type of tree it is.
I can't think of it either. I-
Yeah, that will be going in there. Pink
Like a bigger-
beauty as
yeah.
well would be going in there as part of the vegetation. But you should have at least 4 trees planted back that are of larger size, that will grow up to be like oaks or something to that effect in there. So that will be what will be going.
We'll get you, at the next update, a list, we'll have Mark provide a list of the vegetation for Squire and Dutch Village proposed list.
Yeah, so it'll be, tip tuff, Bermuda, Bellamy crepe, multi-trunks will go in there and pink muley.
See, Steve, you got good news for your
I do.
HOA meeting.
And they started attacking me. I said, "Well, wait."
Right, exactly.
okay, and then, we missed the Rawhide Trail proposed signage.
Not yet, I'm not.
Oh. Okay,
It's
well,
It's not just
it's
me.
not in order, it's not in order.
But it's not just
My
me.
apologies, I'm sorry.
You get me out of order and I get all confused.
Rawhide, trail signage, just to let you know, you may see in a couple of months new signage out there. This is proposed, what it will look like there, minus the, rawhide, emergency markers. We're proposing to put those on the light poles instead of the signs. But they will go back in the signs will be in the original spots that they were beforehand.
Okay.
But you'll have a new sign, double-sided, showing the trail, and then you'll have your rules, and then also you could scan the QR code that will take you to a page that lists out the rules and different, tidbits about, Rawhide Trail.
Have you taken the mileage and for the different lengths out of it?
That one, yeah,
The current signage has how many miles you would go on the different loops?
yeah, that has been removed, but
Do you
that,
know why?
I do not know why, I can find out for you, is that,
That would be kind of nice for people
Yeah,
to know what
I'm not-
loop to go
yeah,
and how
and I
long it
don't
would be,
have it.
especially since we have so many retired people to know how many. No, I see people at that sign all the time. looking at the loop.
We're not reading.
I have seen this on that trail a lot.
What's wrong with the retired people?
if it's not on the sign, potentially it could be somewhere else on the trail for people
Okay.
to kind of be able to, like an individual post by itself. So that's something
Okay.
that could potentially happen
I
as well.
think it's sad that it came off. It was convenient and useful. And going to a QR code while you're running around, not everybody brings their phone there, out on the trail.
Well, some people don't know how to.
Really?
It wasn't me this time.
My wife is with me. I can do it.
Did we already print the signs?
I think I think they sent it to prayer.
Yeah, because that didn't come to us beforehand either. Why isn't stuff like that going to get suggestions? What's the board for if we're not doing stuff like that?
Well, this is trails, so I don't know if that's,
It is part of trails,
which isn't our department.
we don't take it until
So
after
Public
it's done.
Works
Yeah.
does it. and-
Yeah. But this was just to show that that's what's gonna be out there on the park.
We used to have input.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems silly. Not thoughtful.
We'll follow up and find out for the next meeting.
So that's all.
I do have one other thing.
Okay, you're slipping something in.
Yes, I am. It's not on the agenda, but it is, Lone Star Legacy Park application. We're deciding to apply for that. It's by, Texas Recreation and Park Society. And so basically they designate a park that has existed for 50 years or more. And has like cultural significance, historical significance. So, staff has looked at doing Rawhide Trail and Park. We do have been awarded in, I think, 2015 for Gussie Park, Gussie Field Waterworks Park. And so now we're looking to see if we can apply for Rawhide Trail. We are on time shortage because the application it needs to be in by December 1st. But there is some information that we need as far as supporting letters from like at least 3 people. So some of the letters can be from park users or residents that use the park. And then also to board members as well too. So I didn't know if anybody would like to volunteer for either of those or those to participate. If it is, I know because it's a short time frame, I can draft a letter and see if that would be something that you would just want to be able to sign, or if it's something you would want to create yourself and provide as well.
I would do one. If you would give me sort of a draft to get me started.
So this is the park over there by the library, the park.
By the
itself? Okay.
And but I'm looking also too at the park has the history of the tanning yard. Yeah, but it also kind of looks at the different timeline of the park as well too, because there was I'm learning that there was the first swimming pool that was there as well before the library.
Mhm.
And then it is an anchor within the central part of the city as well too.
Does- I know Margaret is emeritus, but does she qualify to write a letter?
Yeah,
I
and
think
I'll send her.
Excellent choice of someone who's been involved for so many years. And she might want you to help her with a draft and then
Sure.
go from there, but,
Okay, I could do that.
okay.
So that completes my part today, so hopefully I don't have anything out of, order. I think I'm done.
Thank you.
So C6 is receive an update from board members on parks, programs, events, facilities, et cetera. Anybody?
And a Veterans Day, celebration, Deborah Hull won the Charlie Bird
Yep.
Service Award, which was awesome.
I found that on social media.
I don't do social media, so.
It made it there.
Thank you. I have somebody else call my family and tell them, because when I tell my family, they say, oh, so what? Okay, mom, you know.
No, congratulations for it.
Thank you. Thanks.
So it was a great event. Also, I was very happy to see it over at the Branch Connection. We did a great job over in the gym, but it's just so nice over there. I got a chance to tour Steve around and because he hadn't been able to see it during the open house. Also, after when Alan West spoke at the gym over here, I reached out to Cassandra Garcia Hernandez and asked her, could she help us get a speaker? So her staff is actually the one who got General Joe Allen,
Oh, he
the
was
speaker, and
fabulous.
he did a fantastic job.
It's fantastic.
And just really well done. And just, it was so nice, it's so well done, just in terms of having it over there. And I, once again, the staff did a great job doing it here, but it just works so nicely over there.
And while we're on the Veterans Day, I know for a couple of years, Jessica and others have had to listen to me try to get a better venue than the gym. Even though, like you said, it worked. But to me, the facility, the Branch Connection is more befitting of when I think of a Veterans Day celebration honoring our veterans. That's perfect.
Yep.
And I can assure you, I will not bug you anymore
No.
about where else.
It's open and.
That's about a different venue other than the gym. And I appreciate y'all's politeness and professionalism dealing with me. But no, it was fabulous.
So
The Arbor Day celebration was bigger this year than last year. It's growing. And I think everything went well, from the tree giveaway to the sapling giveaway that was available also. And so I think all of that went well, and I think it'll continue to grow from
yeah,
year to year.
that was great. And I want to say Jan did a fantastic job reading the proclamation, even the part where she said she was Terry Lynn.
They said read it.
Proclamation, so, yes, I read it the way it was written.
And the funny thing is, I got one of those little saplings and I actually planted it in my front yard. And I had to tell my yard guys, I put a little, okay, whatever you do, don't run over this thing, because it looks like a little Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have hopes that someday that's gonna be a big tree.
I put my spot.
Very well done.
What kind of tree?
I don't even know. It's
It's
a tiny little
cedar.
thing. What was it?
A cedar.
The cedar?
Yeah, and I have
So Sunday we're gonna have a big
back
cedar in my front yard.
Good. And good giveaways. You
Yeah.
know, I like that kind of stuff and having
Yeah.
that around that kind of thing. You've got yours.
So,
Yeah, I
Looky
like that
there.
bag.
so I've got a question for you, and we talked about this last time, and I know she's not here tonight. On October 26th, Barbara gave a presentation to the church about community gardens. I couldn't attend because I'm very involved in my church, so I couldn't be there for that. But I know that if she presented to this group, whatever she presented to that church, I know I would learn tremendously a lot from it. So could that be possible? Could we have her present whatever she presented to the church at a future meeting? Could that be possible?
You'd have to ask her.
Yeah,
You'd have to ask her, because she's really said all the same things
Yeah.
here already.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it wouldn't be any new information that you haven't heard.
okay. Well, then there's no need for a meeting. I just,
Okay.
I'm sorry I missed it. I'm sure she did a fantastic
She
job.
did. She did a
So,
great job.
Okay, no worries.
But
And I know at the last meeting, she requested a tree audit from the city to find out, you know, which trees are coming down, which ones are being planted, that there is an audit worksheet that's
I
been,
actually had some residents ask me about that recently.
yeah.
If the city had a tree audit that they could see.
Mark said that there was one, but, because we asked for it last time.
A tree on it.
So you want to add that
Yeah,
for
a
the,
few of the residents, I think, because of the Arbor Day thing, started asking me if there was a tree audit about the types of trees and.
Well, and what's being removed and what's being planted.
you want to add that to the next part, which you talked about items for future meetings?
Sure.
Yes, let's add that to the agenda for next time.
He's not here, but I wanted to thank Mark, the water fountain on Rawhide's working again. It was working
Oh,
within a
good.
couple days of the board meeting, so that was pretty cool.
And he did relay, that it is working. So
Yeah.
that was, I missed that one, but it.
Well, I was
it
gonna
is
tell him,
working.
thank you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I will let him know.
Another event I went to, since the last meeting, was a Halloween, event that they put on here at the last minute. And I, from several of the citizens that were there, I got the same, comment, is that they were sad that it wasn't at the Halloween in the park, but they were glad that city staff didn't just say, oh, well, and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
That they actually gave something, you know, put the event on so that their kids could come to the city event. And they were very appreciative of that, because it would have been very easy for the staff to have just said, oh, well.
Yeah, and we
Next year.
actually did more than just trick or treat. If you take into consideration all of the different elementary schools that we donated all of this, the pumpkins, the hay and all the candy to. So we were able to maximize who we reached as well, instead of just at trick or treat, because that same night, due to the rain, there were other CFBIC trunk or treats going on that we couldn't, have everyone at. We did have a team there as well the same night. But the schools were, when I dropped off at Farmers Branch Elementary and at Early College, the administration, the teachers were like, it was like we were giving them like gold. They were just so grateful and thankful for the donations, thankful for the hay. Early College, actually, after Halloween was over and they used it for their little trunk or treats, they set up like a little selfie station for the students and faculty there. So they're continuing to utilize the resources. And so, it's easy for us, like you said, to just like, all right, call it a day, pay the vendors, because we have to pay them. They were booked for us anyways, but the team really came together and we're like, let's divide and conquer. Parks helped us with the heavy bags and bags of candy that they had to schlep to the schools. So I'm glad that the team, the department, and the city, and you guys as a board were able to help all of the students and residents in Farmers Branch by either meeting them where they were at, which is at their own school carnivals, and or trunk or treat, which a lot of the community in this neighborhood were able to walk to.
Because you had, 1,600 people came to it?
Yeah, if you include, yeah, all the kids and, it kind of, roundabout.
Which is amazing because there was no advertising for it.
Yeah.
It was more of an organic.
A little
And
bit on
then,
social media, but yeah.
yeah, but mostly it was just, word of mouth, and to have 1,600 people. And like I said, the people that I talked with were very appreciative.
And that's our good rain out plan. So for all of our events, they're like, well, what's your contingency plan? Well, there is none because even when we try to, even for this year, every year we try to, people are already booked. And so if we book someone for a rain out, we have to pay for it, whether we use it or we don't. And so I feel like we have now a solid one for Halloween, should it get rained out again. So if it doesn't get rained out, we won't have trick or treat here in the back of South parking lot. But if it does get rained out, we have it. And so I'm excited to see what we can do for the other events. But it's kind of one of those, like for Christmas, we can't really move any of those elements to the South parking lot. So we partnered with the library with Santa and cookies last Christmas when that got rained out. And so that's kind of our contingency plan. We don't want to just call it a day. As you guys know, the team works really hard to put on those events. And so they like to see a lot of that through. And those vendors who, this is their cost to, like, this is how they pay their bills. And so if we can reutilize them to service our residents in a different capacity, we most definitely will try.
I love that. That's really good.
And then, I know Jennifer will have much more than I do on the events
I won't next
committee.
month.
On the events committee. But the one thing that has kind of impressed me about the events committee from the first meeting we had, and I kind of got reminded by the last meeting, there is a tremendous amount of support of volunteers for Gateway to the Globe. Much more so than we get for Christmas, July 4th or anything. And so I think that's going to become a very, just based upon the number of people who are volunteering to come to the meeting to want to help, that's a growing event. And so it's in the March of every year. And I mean, I'll let Jennifer add in all this.
Yeah, it's early days on planning, so I won't be at the one where y'all are really gonna get into it next month. But the big thing that I took away is they're looking at ways to let people know that they can go into the venue. That is also a community building, because the perception right now is most people don't go in there, even if we make it available, because it doesn't feel like it's for the community.
Do we already know what day that's gonna be in March?
No, it's not official yet,
Okay.
so the date's not published yet.
Okay.
The event building within the historical park.
Yeah, that most people aren't going into it at events because it still feels like it's not theirs.
It's like it's a private.
Yes.
Private.
And so we were talking about ways and things we can put in there to coax people in and have all the volunteers that are there. Hey, did you catch what's in there? And trying to get them to go in and use the facility when we're using it for the public events. So that was the big takeaway that I got out of that one. That might be a little different.
I just hope it's not March 14th because my younger son's getting married that day, so.
Well, we would expect you to just pass that
I
up.
won't be there. I won't be there.
I think it's the next week.
Okay,
It's not officially published yet, but I do
No
think
worries.
they're looking for the last weekend.
that's
I
pie.
think
But it's not published.
March 28th is what they're shooting for.
Yeah.
But they've got to get.
He's married.
Not
Matt.
published yet.
March
Well,
14th,
it hasn't been approved by the city or whoever needs to approve it.
March 14th is Pi Day, and he's marrying a math teacher, so they're getting married on Pi Day, March 14th.
Well, I love that. But yeah, that was my big takeaway from the subcommittee meeting. Next meeting, they're getting into the weeds of all the planning, so I'm very sad I'm missing that, but.
Right. Any other things anybody attended?
I did go to the Branch Connection luncheon yesterday, and it was very well attended. We had Barclays cater our holiday meal. A lot of food, had a lot of food left over, but everybody was happy, and again, another success. I think we had over 100 people there. And we look forward to our social events coming up in the spring and another holiday lunch next month. We're always eating.
People like food.
They do like food, and they like it even better when they don't have to cook it.
Or clean up afterwards.
I think I like it more than when I don't have to clean up. I don't mind cooking, cleaning.
Okay, moving to the last, what things do we want for our January meeting?
Sounds like tree audit and bird city.
I've got those two written down. Do you have those written?
Tracy.
An update on how the egrets might be able to be handled,
I'm sorry.
the birds around City Hall, any update that
Egrets.
they've discovered on how they may be able to deal with them or encourage them
Are they
to,
back?
they were here, they're not here right now. but they
They were
were
left.
here Every year,
Okay, I was gonna say.
For about 3 months.
yeah. Barbara had
My
asked
trees
about
too.
that because of the health hazard, so.
Okay, and then can we get a event committee report?
Hmm.
Then? That'd be great. And then any information on the, research on the Rosette with the Texas A&M.
Were that Texas A&M? Huh?
Oh, she's gonna get you careful.
It's like a comment about all retired people.
Okay,
Your ears perk up.
any other, and then I guess the general reports on all the projects, of course, yeah.
I definitely only said retired.
I know, just kidding. Just kidding.
Any other things that we need to address in January? Okay. Anybody want to go home?
Make a motion to end the meeting.
Adjourn, second it.
Adjourn it.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Want to stay around?
Limits
Don't
for.
forget, we, would like to take a group picture.
Oh.
Where do you want us to stand?